Joe had given them. What happens is either they or I pour a little mana into it, and then it flies out of the hand and grows to the size of a doorway, and you see this room on the other side of it. And then you just walk right through. There's no sensation, unless you're very sensitive to magic. It's just here and there, like walking into another room. And then the card closes up behind you and flies back into your hand.
Not that bad. Probably won't freak him out.
Not that bad.
He's been.
Not that bad.
It's not a big swirly portal. It's not like anything too drastic like teleportation. It's of course.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Did I show this to you?
You haven't shown this to me, and I love it. I think it's perfect against your skin tone. It makes you look soft.
Thank you. I'm performing a wedding tonight.
Oh, I love that. You do look weddingy. You look
Yes.
Perfect.
There's a particle effect that I took off of the model, but I'm thinking maybe I should put it on because I'm not going to be floating the entire time. Because whenever Joe walks on the floor, he leaves plants behind him.
Oh, interesting.
Joe is no longer heavy.
That's what I was just about to ask. I was going to ask if you were super heavy still.
Yeah, he no longer weighs over 300 tons.
That's amazing.
I have to be specific because TONNES is a different unit of measurement than TONS, apparently. All right, so aside from that, are you sensitive to magic?
Winterhide's not sensitive to magic. He probably could be a wizard if he really wanted to, but he's just a dude who probably has a mana pool, but it's just like untapped, unused.
But no alternative senses, nothing like that. Okay, cool.
He's just a dragonborn. He's just a dragonborn.
Do you have heightened physical senses?
Nope.
So no sensitive senses of smell, hearing, anything like that? Cool. All right. Aside from that,
maybe they're very good at picking up where the wind is coming from due to the flaps. And that's it.
Got it. So your meat flaps pick up wind. Good to know.
I was informed, I was told, you probably have something. I'm like, okay. And then someone said, what if the flaps picked up wind very well on Dragonborn? I'm like, yeah, sure.
Sure, why not? Nothing would have changed on your end. The place still feels... essentially, the place feels like it is dedicated to a deity, but at the same time, it's not one that rejects you, or that you would reject.
Yep.
Because you're family. Aside from that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so.
You're dumb.
I think that's about it. You already sent me your thing. Were you planning on getting tested for magic or no?
Winterhide is not, but this one might convince him into it. And I am willing to take whatever you say, by the way.
We'll see.
I should probably do the dice rolls now then, just in case.
Okay.
The way the system goes, it's completely RNG. I do take a couple of things based off of like what your character is and kind of give you this person would definitely lean towards this type of magic. But everything else is just kind of like random. Are you okay with that? If it happens?
You can do the classic and give a white dragonborn ice affinity.
I mean, yeah. Yeah. Alright, cool. In that case, anything else I should know about Mr. Average Zaphirian Man? Like, what does he do?
Winterhide lives at the meat rack. He works at the garage as a gunsmith. He's also a model for Vogue. So he's actually not like a slummer. He just lives at the meat rack. He's actually basically the equivalent of Zaphirian middle class at this point now.
He's also super sensitive sometimes.
Yes, he's
Sensitive in what way?
emotionally.
Like he has panic attacks sometimes. He faints. He's a sensitive, emotional man.
He has social anxiety.
That actually is important to know. Actually,
But he's spent a long time getting over it and being better about it. So he's not the worst.
He's not as bad as he used to be.
Oh, and he has one thing. He has a psychological stutter that occurs when he is nervous, freaked out, etc., embarrassed, scared.
I'm gonna have to pull up the document. Give me a moment. It's been a bit.
Hey,
What other things? Other than that, his main
something
focus.
important.
Main focus is in his life is basically he's good at making weaponry and he's good at looking nice.
Yeah, he's a bodybuilder.
Bodybuilder
Does
model.
model stuff.
24, not 28. No. Oh. Yeah, it was 24. Bull.
But like he isn't like species wise, like origin wise, there is no special uniqueness to him. He is literally a white dragonborn who came from a stable normal family who lives in Zaphira. The only thing that might be thing is his parents are dead, but they both died when he was an adult from old age.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Because Dragonborn don't live very long, and they had Winterhide wait later into their lives.
Wait, am I reading this right? Hold on.
Is there anything else about Winterhide I'm missing? I mean, he really, really likes synthetics. He cares a lot about people. He cares a lot about people's.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, wow.
He has a lot of empathy for people who are basically being mistreated, but he doesn't. You see, I have two characters that are very much like that. One takes the more aggressive route by attacking the problem. Winterhide generally just more supports the people who are hurt.
Okay, hold on. I need to make notes of this because I just found. I just rolled it.
It turns out like Winterhide's really good with magic, but it's gonna be something he's never gonna touch because I don't.
He's never gonna touch, never gonna use.
Never
gonna touch again.
He might do Magitech at some point, but like
He talks about like
There was one day this crazy lady took me to this mansion with a great mage, and he said I was magical, but they were crazy.
they were crazy. I don't speak to them anymore. Turns out like Winterhide's all 1 in a million magic chosen one. It's like I'm gonna go back to making guns, please. I don't want to be
I
special.
wouldn't say chosen one, but you do have some interesting affinities here. If we do the thing.
I got one really cool one.
Hmm.
Then I ended up being A tier in it.
It would be really funny if like I rolled cracked, like the really bullshit stuff, but it's just
You'd never use it.
yeah, he's gun engineering guy, right? That's how he does combat. He would never do magic, though. I suppose he could talk about it to Eighth, be like, yeah, I got this and that and this and that. It's like, why aren't you doing anything with this?
'Cause I like guns, Ader.
I like guns.
Guns.
I'm Zaphirian. I want to shoot things, not make them disappear by going Vorbadismo.
So I will say that a lot of this, the affinities, what they represent is just how easy
It is
a
for
lot
them.
of these elements will come to you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I
what
don't.
you do with it afterwards is completely up to you, but they don't give you anything special after.
Yeah, I
Bun
thought so.
and Gal told me that you had the information about the
Cantrips.
Yes, that I do.
Okay,
I will be asking you about that, so I'm just letting you know.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. That makes sense. Your nature magic sucks balls. That button, this button.
I love jumping.
Light magic, dark magic. Wow, this reminds me of that last report card. Mind magic. Sorry about this.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
You're okay.
I just want to be prepared just in case. Not good. Ah, geez, not in touch with your soul magic. Imagine. It's like you're not a spiritual person or something.
Got it?
Almost. There's 24
Exciting.
of these, and I'm marking each one. Sorry about that.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Yeah, there's 24 in the table that I use. There's 24 different styles of magic.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, did I do this right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yes. That's good. The only other one to talk about is... $18, 20, 22 onward. So 18, 20, and then 22. Nope, that makes sense.
Phone's you alive?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I'm just checking my phone while waiting. While he's doing DM stuff.
Huh. That it always amuses me when people actually have a decent divination. But then again, for a gunsmith, that actually makes sense. That... That, and finally... the basics of it all. Okay, cool. I got it. I'll let you know what all of that stuff is, either if we do the thing or afterwards if we decide not to. Either way, it's hilarious.
Are we ready to go
Turning
then?
the chairs off.
Yeah, we're ready.
Oh, thank God the chairs are off. Okay.
Oh, my headset doesn't think. Give me a second.
Oh, give him a second. His headset blacked.
So, you want me to let you know?
You don't have to let me know anything. I could do the thing improv.
You the list that Kira has and the tiers.
The Tears of the Kingdom?
Guarantee that
Understood.
also the thing where it means. Nope. Everything works. Nope. I bet it's on the thing where it means that, yep, my voice mod gets reset. Something breaks. And every time that happens, something.
I
Either.
didn't know that you used voice mod on Winter.
No, but I always like having it ready.
We're
Just
good.
in
We're
case.
ready.
Just in case
Oh,
I ever
come
need to,
on.
you know,
This is why I hate using this thing while I'm in your chat.
Of course.
Wow.
Jump.
Okay. Cool. Nice! Okay, cool. I will alter one of these results because Kira being Kira, but aside from that, we're good.
Kira being Kira, meaning.
no divine.
So, very specifically, when people do the rolls, I turn one or two of the affinities to max, depending on either their biology or the kind of abilities that they have.
Okay.
So,
Understood.
Kira being Kira, I was actually, no, I have to remember. What is currently is Kira at
She's
the
a
moment?
She's a Brionne Celestial Kitsune right now.
Celestial Kitsune.
She's
Understood,
on the way
understood,
to her
understood.
fall into being a Nogitsune.
Okay, cool. In that case, got it. So, I'll tell you in character.
Tell me in character. I'm good with it.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So,
All right.
in that case, 1, 2, 3, we are ready to start. So, RP cards up in 3, 2, 1. The card opens up. See me on the other side.
Hello,
Welcome. Hi.
This is Winterhide. Winterhide, this is my Uncle Joe.
Oh God, I'm gonna have
A pleasure to meet you, Winter.
Oh, for fuck's sake, my headset.
Yeah, I have that effect on people.
Completely fine.
And I would walk 500. Be the one who walked 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. La da da da, la da da da, la da 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 da. My hand will drift at odd times as well. I need to replace this controller.
Right. Oh my god.
So are we good?
Gods. Right. So,
Lovely to meet you. Don't worry, I'm not going to force you into a contract or anything.
okay.
Are you all right? You seem a bit overwhelmed.
I'm from a place where the most magic I've seen has been an undead guy casting spells. And I just walked through a door that just led me to a completely different place, and yeah.
Doors generally lead to different places.
You...
In any case, do follow me. So, are you comfortable with teleporting, or should we walk?
Oh, no, I've teleported before. But, like...
Sure.
Let's walk.
You know what? We'll walk. Well, you'll walk. I don't like leaving plants all over the place.
Oh. This is, unique.
Yes, my Uncle Joe is indeed very unique.
I haven't seen a building
thank you.
this
This
grand
is mostly a
since the
recent development. I used to only have half this amount of arms.
Oh!
Yeah.
This...
Not exactly something I wanted, but when you suddenly meet a sentient energy source that says, hey, you should change, you don't really get a choice.
that happens?
Believe me, I understand.
Only if you look in places you're not supposed to.
I'm gonna stay to Zaphira then.
Goodness knows, Zaphira has had its taste of, awful supernatural things.
Yeah, I'm aware. I actually have encountered a couple of times.
Oh, my condolences.
Yeah, I was in the middle of a big demon attack.
Yeah. I was there doing some rescue work. Back when the big attack happened.
I was living there.
Understandable. Well, I'm sorry you had to go through all.
It's fine. I moved on.
Thank you for coming into...
It's alright.
Yes.
It's
Any friend of family's is a friend of mine.
I'm a recent friend. I'm not quite sure why I was brought along.
Emotional support.
Yes.
We all need our emotional support friends every now and again.
Wait, you just brought me along so I could be here and support you?
Something you mentioned reaching out for help and whatnot.
Thanks for listening.
You listen when someone is spouting words that are not nonsense.
I'd normally give you the 10 credit tour, but for now, we'll just go where we need to.
It's alright. Oh my god, this place keeps on going.
It used to be a magic academy, specifically for a variety of races. That's why a lot of things are rather high. It was made to accommodate for, like, giants, dragons, all sorts.
Trust me, I'm happy to be in a place where I don't have to crouch down everywhere.
Tell me about it. I'm always having to either alter my height or crouch all the time.
I wish I could alter my height.
Well, I mean, Kira might be able to help you with that.
Hmm?
Hold Hold on.
I don't know yet. I don't know the magics that I have. That's why I'm here to get
Stop
my
floating about.
affinities
You'll hit
read.
somebody's head.
Lovely.
All right.
Wow. I mean, seeing it work by magic's a bit different, because, like, I'm used to seeing stuff like that with, like, repulsors and anti-grav tech, but, like, man. I've seen a lot of stuff that looks like magic, but I've never really been to a place... Well, actually, I've actually been to a couple of places that are, like, 100% magic, but, like...
So, the chest, please. Coming out from the trunk, you see a large treasure chest just kind of like phase through the wood and land right in front of us. Taps it with his staff, it pops open, and you see basically a display of 24 different gems of various colors. So, you've been through this before, right?
I have.
As a quick refresher, pulls out a golden artifact that basically looks like a fancy TV remote. You just channel mana into this, and we'll be able to see what aspects you have that your affinity is. What affinities you have for magic. I can speak, I promise. All right. So, whenever you're ready.
Is this all you needed?
Yeah, just to channel mana. Thank you. And then, as you did, taps it against the chest, and several of the gems will start glowing in different brightnesses. Let's see. According to this, you actually still have a decent fire affinity. Relatively
that is
B tier,
good.
so you'll be able to learn that fairly quickly. Air affinity, not as strong, but you'll be able to do things with that. I'll have to start making a spell book for you once we're finished with this. Light magic is a lot better than it used to be, but still fairly low, just D tier. So you'll be able to learn it,
A
it'll
lot
just
better
be a little more
than-
difficult.
Not having it at all.
It's
True.
weird hearing, like, magic affinities be rated like video game characters in a fighting game.
Mostly because it's easier for people to process. I try to keep the numbers, like, there's numbers and levels and all sorts of calculations you can go into it, but I find the less crunchy, the better. Dark actually reduced itself. You're about C tier now. And that used to be one of your better ones.
Used to be one of my mains.
Oh. Well, this is funny. Enchantment magic is actually S tier.
Oh,
So you'll be able to pick that up relatively easy.
interesting.
I mean, that's pretty common for Kitsune, right? The enchantments stuff.
Likely because of that. Space magic, D tier. You can learn it.
Space.
Time magic, space. Yeah. So things like making teleportation circles, creating spaces that are slightly bigger on the inside, like magic bags, things like that.
I guess it makes sense, yeah. It's
Not
just-
space as in space.
I was about to say, what, do you drop meteorites on people?
I mean, technically, if you find one, you could technically make a portal, have it pull. It can also be applied to gravity at higher understandings.
Oh, gravity magic.
Time, B tier, actually. So
Oh, dear.
that's actually really nice. You could probably
tell
like, stop
anybody
the
about
aging
that.
of something.
I don't
store
need to get in
something.
trouble.
As long as you don't use it to travel, you're fine.
Yes.
Chaos got reduced to D tier.
Great.
Sudden, but you have void magic now, also D tier, but good for counter spells.
What do you mean by void?
Void magic is its own little thing. It's categorized by like anti-magic, counter spells.
Not the same.
Technically, there are other aspects of it.
I think I've read this. It's called abjuration.
Technically, yes.
Yeah.
Just aspects of abjuration.
Not the type of void
Summoning magic. Oh, summoning. D tier. Not so bad. Not so bad.
Not bad.
We can probably. Don't you already have a familiar?
I do. Her name is Larissa.
Fair enough. Yes, I remember meeting them.
I do.
Ooh, Aether. A tier.
Oh.
That's the manipulation of pure mana.
Oh.
Oh.
Technically, you could even utilize this to analyze magical spells and formations, as well as eventually creating constructs of magic.
Oh dear.
Things like magic hands for grabbing things, magic weapons, clones.
Interesting.
Especially when combined with enchantment.
That could be an interesting mixture.
Clones. You should have your own miniature army. Though I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be upset if there were multiple of you.
Well,
I bet there would be a lot of people upset if there were more than one of me.
only if they feel like they can't handle you, and most people can't handle one of you.
True.
Alright, so I'll go ahead and start piecing together a spell book for you to study, things like that. It'll also, the initial cantrips will also help you build up your own spells.
Thank you. I would appreciate that
course.
very much.
Did you
Have to
want
start
give
from
it a shot?
scratch again.
What?
Do you want to see what kind of
Magical being you are. You have any connections to any kind of magical affinities?
I've never checked, but I'm just a guy, so I don't know.
Everyone's just a person. Even I'm just a person. I still have magical affinities. You probably do as well.
Sure. I'll give it a go.
Alright,
It won't hurt me, right?
hold on to this.
Where'd you go?
I would
You want what?
never ask you to do anything that would hurt you, Winter.
Okay.
Nor would I. So you just hold on to that, and then since you don't know how to channel your mana, I'm going to help you with that, alright?
Okay.
So, I just want you to focus on the item in your hand and just concentrate really hard. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to very carefully cycle my mana through you in order to cause yours to move. Kind of like having a river flow through stagnant water. So, you ready? Okay. As he concentrates, he will feel like a warm tingling sensation come from the area where Joe is placing his hand and start flowing through his body, as if he suddenly became aware of his blood vessel. Goes through his arms, his torso,
Well,
legs,
weird.
head, an entire cycle. And as he does, several of the gems begin to glow in various colors, or various intensities, I should say. Thank you.
Do you feel like that every time you cast magic?
How
It's
did you
along
feel?
the lines of...
Like,
Go ahead.
like having pins and needles in my blood vessels.
Initially,
Kind of.
it's one of those things that you kind of get used to, and then eventually don't even realize you feel.
Right.
Kind of like how you don't realize you're wearing a shirt for long periods of time until something actually makes you aware of it. Now, that is interesting. Okay, so I won't give you the full nitty-gritty of it, but you have a very strong affinity for metal.
Interesting.
So,
Makes
if you
sense.
wanted to, you'd be able to sense metal, maybe even help refine it through magic alone to get the purity that you need, even shape it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I would start on doing that.
Well, I mean, lessons if you wanted to learn. Your lightning affinity is also very high. I'm not exactly too sure why, but apparently you have a gift for the zip zap.
That makes sense.
Metal, electricity. You have a natural affinity towards synthetics.
Because
Combining the two, actually, one of my students made spells based off of magnetism, so they could attract metal and push it away and things like that. Enough training, you could be your own EMP.
I made EMPs with my hands already, so
Fair enough. Not really too surprising. You have a high affinity for ice magic.
oh, White Dragonborn makes sense.
That also feeds into a decent affinity for air magic, since ice is generally the combination of air and water magics. Usually people who are strong in one will have, like, better affinities with the others. Ooh. Decent resistance against mind magics. Very nice.
Well, that's good.
With enough training, you'd be able to you can resist any kind of manipulation of your mind, hypnosis, suggestions, things like that.
That's very useful.
Eventually do it yourself if you so wished. Oh,
I don't think I want to mess with anyone's head.
and a decent ability for summoning if you so wished.
A summoner.
I don't really know what to. I mean, neat, cool, but like, I've got other stuff I'm learning already. Magic seems
Fair enough.
big. Like I have to focus a lot of time into it. I mean, Aita speaks about it like that. So,
Listen, magic is just like any other craft. You can focus on it in order to learn it, or you can just leave it to the wayside. I'm just telling you that you have the potential for these things. Doesn't mean you have to do anything with them.
Exactly.
Just if it ever comes up.
It's
I'd be
like
willing
knowing that you
to-
could go through a door, but you don't have to go through it.
when to hide the magnetism wizard.
I mean, with summoning, you could even use that to summon items to your hand. That way you don't have to worry about reaching for them. Where's my 3/8 wrench? There it is.
That actually would be nice.
I summon my favorite screwdriver.
I actually,
AK-47 to me.
I don't have an AK, but the more I think about it, yeah, that actually would be sort of a. If I'm in a pinch, I can just. And maybe the metal magic might make me understand the hammer a bit more. I mean, I know how it works, but like, this stuff these energies I'm having to work with does feel a bit like magic at times.
He is a crafter.
Tell you what, I'll set up the same kind of training guides I do for my students, and I'll send you one. That way, if you want, you can go through some of the exercises in your free time, look over the spells, see if there's anything you want to try out. You don't have to. I'm just willing to give one to you.
Like an unlocked door. No pressure.
I'll think on it, but I'm not quite sure magic's for me. Actually, it seems like
Perfectly
magic
fine.
is for me, but it's not something I want to do.
Fair
Thank you,
enough.
Uncle Joe. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
This might
No
help me
thanks are
get
necessary.
used to this.
Listen, you know I'm always willing to help you.
I know.
Imagine getting a hug from a man with 4 arms must be really nice.
That's what people tell me.
I know a guy with 4 arms, but I don't think we're on terms where we can hug.
I mean, everyone has 4 arms.
I'm gonna...
Walked into that one.
Listen, when people point out the obvious, like, oh wow, you have 4 arms, I have to say something.
Yeah, I wasn't pointing out you had 4 arms. I say I know another guy with 4 arms. But he wouldn't be willing to give me a hug.
Well, I mean, I'll give you a hug.
I think I'm good for now.
Alright, fair enough. Chest closes, goes back into the tree. Was there anything else I can assist you with? Did you need any other assistance with the mystical? Or...
I think that's it for now. I might have some more questions in the future about some things.
Of course.
Especially because I don't want to go to certain people about them, but... it's for another conversation. Thank you.
Ever and always, dear. Especially if it's to help you.
Thank you.
Or just to help you in general.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell Jack the next time I see him to come visit you as soon as possible.
He's reaching.
And he won't.
Better.
I'll probably have to visit him, which I should.
You know how he is.
I know how he is. Us old men get crotchety.
Yes.
Thank you. For coming along.
No problem. I wasn't the busiest, and he said, "Do you want to come along and do something with me?" I was like, "Sure." I mean, I want to keep an eye on her because of current issues. So.
Of course. I know how difficult it can be to step out of your comfort zone and going into a place that is pretty much revolving around magic seems pretty outside of your wheelhouse.
I'm not a stranger to magic, but it's something that I'm not too used to. I mean, once again, I've been to magical places before. I've been to the Feywilds even, but just 100% magic place. Just like the lair of a wizard. New experience.
I wouldn't say it's 100%. I mean, we have decent Wi-Fi and the cable's pretty good.
Oh. I swear to God, if a wizard tower has better Wi-Fi than my goddamn home, I'm gonna throw a fit.
Well, you see, I cheat. And if you're not cheating with magic, you're doing it wrong.
Good point. I'll ask
Very specifically, I have very small portals that connect to, that open up to places with really, really good Wi-Fi. And then I steal it.
Maybe that's why the Wi-Fi in Zaphirian is so shit, because everyone's doing it.
I wouldn't say everyone's doing it, but a good number of people. Though I do my best not to have them open up in Zaphirian. Goodness knows what might happen there.
The ley lines are very sickly.
Amongst other things.
Imagine how many cool wizards Zaphirian would have if it wasn't so fucked.
Here's my business card. If you ever need any help, whether it's something magical related or just want to contact me about family things, let me know.
Sure, I'll keep that in mind. So, it's gonna help with the thing we discussed about you, going insane. It's like the whole magic stuff gonna help keep you all there, you know?
Hopefully.
I'm hoping.
I really don't want to become another broken doll.
I'm sure you won't. Think about everyone that you're friends of. You're friends with people that I couldn't even fathom how strong or resourceful or thing they are, and they can do something.
Maybe.
I don't think I could do
Hopefully.
much.
It's not like you have to.
Nah.
I'm not asking you
So,
to.
a gunsmith, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. You know, I've actually been looking for some firearms for myself.
Right now, the place where I usually get my guns is a bit low on stock due to issues in Palace District. But I can maybe get you through to a dealer or two. I know one who can at least get you the guns. The condition of them, usually good.
So you
But
don't make them from scratch?
I can. Just takes a lot of time and effort. And why should I when
Understandable.
someone else has already done it and I can modify what's been made to basically get basically the same result with half the effort?
Fair enough. It's just I tend to appreciate things that were made.
I have made things from scratch. I know how to make very, very cheap, easy guns, and I know how to make complicated guns. Of course, I know how to make a gun and put it all together, because I can... It's a part of my job, just assembling and reassembling and cleaning everything. You have to know how it all works together and what it all does and what it all means and what it's all made out of. If you don't...
So I have an issue. My fingers always feel a bit longer than I'm used to. So a lot of the guns that I use just don't feel right in my hands. So I need to get a custom job done.
Well, I think for like that, I mean, is it like just a general fitting it in your hand, or is it pulling the trigger that's the issue?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Well, what I'd say, since you've got longer fingers now, I would say maybe you want maybe get a bigger trigger guard, so your longer finger fits in easier. And if the longer finger, I'm assuming, do you feel stronger or weaker than before?
Stronger, sadly.
Stronger. Well, that means you probably want a heavier weight on the trigger. Less sensitive, so you need to put a bit more effort into pulling it in, so it isn't a hair trigger. Some people like hair triggers, some people don't. Some people want to make sure they have to squeeze proper hard before the gun goes off. It's all preference. I go for a hair trigger. Sometimes it's bite me in the ass. But that's because I'm usually good with gun etiquette. I place my finger like that and only really put my finger around the trigger if I'm ready to shoot. Because I've done a lot of range shooting and stuff, so I'm trained a lot with gun etiquette.
You have a better trigger discipline than most.
Yes, the only times I've had accidental misfires is when I'm panicking, but I need to... Generally, that's when we're fighting and it's combat, and I'm not a fighter, I'm just a gunsmith and a model. Oh. What was that for?
You don't need to worry.
You don't need to.
Okay.
So I was wondering if I could commission you for 4 pistols.
Sure. I mean, here. My business card, at least for my gunsmithing stuff, because you have separate business cards for modeling and separate business card for gunsmithing. Don't ask how I became a gunsmith and a model. That's just how Zaphirian fucking works.
You know, I don't question it.
Vogue were looking, I put my name in, and they said yes, and it worked really goddamn well. They love me.
He wears fancy outfits very well.
You have the body for it.
He does.
Thank you. The obsession with the healthiness and the strength and the body shape just came at a young age when I did boxing, so I needed big muscles for that to do well, and then...
Fair enough.
That just kind of stayed the workout regime and just...
By the way, do you work with exotic materials at all or no?
I used to say no, but now I do.
Really?
Yes. I've had to make an energy weapon out of a void crystal.
Oh. Interesting.
The void crystals from the ones that harness the paracausal versions of void.
I am unfortunately familiar.
Yeah.
Would you know what a vex is? Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah. Zaphira has a couple of those wandering around now.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Funnily enough, a few weeks ago, a bunch of them, well, a couple of months back, a portal got dropped in a place that I frequented a bit, called Bay 09, and placed in an industrial district. Then, a few, 3 weeks ago now, I think, the people there fought the Vex and actually just managed to destroy the portal.
Oh.
A few people died. One was a friend of mine by the name of Mori.
My condolences.
It's alright. And that hammer I'm making is to help deal with them. I'll make it and then give it someone who I think can use it well, and the world will be a safer place.
You could just use it yourself.
I'm not that type of person to do it. I tried. It
That you'd
almost killed me.
surprise yourself.
How do we get home?
Through the door.
The door's just there.
So, it's the same thing. Channeling mana into the card, and the card will fly out and form a doorway. You can do that now, if you so wished. It'll lead you back to where you were when you came here.
You do
Go on.
Let's not overwhelm.
If you don't want
To. I can.
But in cases of emergency and you feel like you can't channel mana, rip the card. It will take you immediately.
Okay.
Thank you for your hospitality.
and for your help.
Ever and always.
Of course.
I hate the fact
Fortune
that if
favor
I
you.
ever go to the two places I know that I might end up going up dangerous, I 100% have planar locks. Leap Foundry.
Fair enough.
Always hard.
So,
Take care.
thank you, by the way. And thanks for the advice. And thanks for the commission, too. I'll get your guns done. They're not weird guns,
Of
right?
course. Just guns.
They're just
I need
guns?
to be able to shoot things when I can't use magic.
Fair. All right, that's fine. I just need to make sure if they're not stuff I'm used to, that's going to take time to figure out. Might cost a bit extra. So.
Don't worry. I'll worry about the enchanting process myself.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fair. Maybe I should learn magic so I can enchant my guns. That's a big good idea, actually. But I didn't have an enchanting.
And scene.
Well done.
Right, I'm gonna end my stream here and then get ready
Me
to go to the Red
too.
Walls.